So
we're back to make the sauce, and of course we mise en place before we start. It just makes everything easier, I promise. And that's why the cooking shows always look very, very streamlined, because they are not cutting up and measuring their own stuff. Paula Deen and all those people are not doing that. So here we measured out the garlic salt, the parsley flakes, and the whole oregano flakes. And so we also did the 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. It's a very thick, concentrated tomato product, and it gives a lot of depth and flavor. And it is not the same as sauce, which we're gonna use also.
no,
Love
tip
tomato
paste is so thick you can't shake it out.
So
If you turn
tasty.
sauce upside down, it will all come out.
I'm
Oh,
not gonna show you that.
and note for you inexperienced, fine young people. All right, if you need to measure parsley, do you see how there's this lid thing on for sprinkling? Don't try to sprinkle into the measuring spoon, okay? You want to take off the lid and stick your measuring spoon inside, and then just give it a little shake, because the directions that we've given you for this recipe, for the sauce, now as much as I love to be accurate, and I'm always accurate, the sauce is kind of like to your taste. So if you like things to have a decent amount of spice, and I mean like flavor spice, like not parsley is not hot, it's flavorful. So if you like things to have a decent amount of flavor, follow the recipe as it is. If you prefer to have it a little more bland or just not as flavorful, then you can just add a little bit less.
Or you could even go crazy and add some red pepper flakes or everything, but you have to know your own taste. So
Right.
this is a basic, well-liked by middle school recipe.
That's right.
Okay, so now we're gonna make our sauce, and you have the recipe, so you can also see we're gonna add together, and this is gonna be our big bowl. We're gonna start with your mise en placing of the tomato sauce in here, and this is a 1/2 cup we need.
This is a 1/2 cup, and even though this is the tomato sauce is almost a liquid, you can use a dry measuring cup for it. Just make sure you're close to your bowl. And I have a large can, so I'm just gonna dip it. Dip.
Very good. Good
All right.
job. Not a lot of mess.
Not a lot of mess. And then you can pour. Now, if you get a smaller can of tomato sauce, which I suggest you do because you only need a 1/2 cup, thank you. Then you don't, you can pour and it won't be as messy.
Okay. And then we're gonna just add everything and mix it together. So do you wanna add in our spices?
Okay, so you had your oregano.
Doesn't
you
that
had
make
your
it
parsley,
easier?
Absolutely. And your garlic salt.
And then
Oh,
we need a dash of pepper.
Dash.
Can I do the dash?
1 or 2? 2 dashes.
I'm gonna do 3. Can I do 3?
If you really like hot pizza sauce.
I like pepper.
All right there.
And then we're just gonna mix it up.
How many dashes was that? In case you did you remember? Do you people remember how to do a dash? It's like bam. That's a dash.
Oh, we could do like Emerald. What's Emerald's thing?
Doesn't he say
Bam.
bam? That's why I
Bam.
said bam. I
You
think
said bam?
maybe they could. I
Because
think
of our
I
math.
said bam.
I thought I said bang.
I did not say bang.
Okay. Okay. So there we go. Here's our sauce ready to go, and we'll put it aside for when our yeast has risen and we're ready to make our pizza.
So if you're gonna do an overnight dough, you definitely wanna cover that and stick that in the fridge with your dough. But if you are just going to do a 2-hour rise, then you can keep that, you don't even have to bother covering it.
And plaster wrap, which I found the plaster wrap. Okay, thanks.
2.5 hours. And this is what our pizza dough looks like. So it's not enormous and don't expect it to be, but this is about what it should look like. Now, if you do an overnight dough in the refrigerator, it might be a lot higher, but that's mostly just air. And when you go to knead it, all that air will come out, punch it down. So, Krista, you're gonna
punch it. Do I get to punch it? I love punching it.
I don't know if I used the word correctly.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I really punch it.
Oh, I don't. There we go.
Sorry, thank you for allowing
See,
me that.
and that's what it looks like when you punch it out.
Okay, do you want me to put a little flour in this?
I think yes.
And you can use just a jelly roll pan or baking sheet. I just
Whatever
happen
you
to
have.
have this, so I figured we might as well use it. Okay. Is that okay?
It's good.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna take it out. And I like to kind of roll it around in the flour a little bit because it is sticky. You can knead it a little bit. Remember, heel of your hand. And then you kind of just like, I cannot toss it up in the air. You just kind of work it. If you have a circular pan, you want to work it in a circle.
And it takes time because it really wants to pull back that gluten, that protein in there.
Isn't though.
Isn't that good?
Very, very well.
We are.
Which means we're rock stars.
So
In
write
case
it down.
you didn't hang on it.
Yes. Because it does, like in the frozen dough.
Yeah.
Like if you try to do a shortcut and you do the frozen dough, that's sometimes hard, but this is nice.
And refrigerated overnight dough. And the only reason I know that is
Excited.
because when you make it in school, we always do the overnight dough. It pulls away like a lot.
So this was just sitting out. So that
Yeah.
Well, they say just to like leave it out. I try to get it out like a period ahead of time.
Yeah, sometimes I
This
forget.
is great.
Yeah, it is.
Woo! Okay.
Pizza dough.
The fun
Okay.
guys really pulled through.
Okay, and we have our sauce. I'm sorry, I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
It's okay. You just have to humor me. It's been a really long day. Okay, can I just spread this?
Mm-hmm. Now, you might not want to use all your sauce. I don't like sauce at all.
I love sauce,
So-
so I'm pouring it on.
That's all right.
Is that okay?
It is fine.
That smells good. I wish they had that smell of TV. Is that Willy Wonka? Is that Willy Wonka?
I've never seen one.
Oh, it's a good movie. Do we like the first original? Zoe, have you seen the original one?
I like that
And
one
you see,
better.
I like that one better too.
That sounds creepy.
It's a very different feel to it.
Have you guys seen Mr. Peabody and Sherman?
Yeah.
It's about a really smart dog who adopts a kid. It's animated. The
How
boys and I
cute.
started watching it last night. It's really funny.
Oh.
So good tip.
Good tip. And we're
Mr.
all looking for
Peabody
new
and Sherman.
movies. I mean, because no new shoes are coming out.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Here we go. Now what you want to do is you can use, we're just using regular shredded mozzarella. You can put whatever kind of cheese you want on here.
Pepperoni, these mini pepperonis, those are fun.
Well, that's more
Peppers.
like topping, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was
I
going
thought we
to
were talking about
topping.
cheese. I was thinking you
Oh, I'm
could use
sorry.
like provolone. We're definitely going to need more cheese than that. I just wanted to put it down. You want to help me put on some
I can
cheese?
help you put some cheese on. I'm sorry, I was going to toppings. What's your favorite pizza topping, Kate?
I like plain, actually, which
Really?
I know a lot of people think is boring,
It
but
is boring.
I'm a plain kind of girl.
Okay.
What about you?
I like the Hawaiian pizza with
You
the
know what?
pineapple and all that.
And the bacon and the ham.
Yes, that's
Oh my
good.
God. I do love a Hawaiian, and you know what else goes really good with a Hawaiian, and everyone's gonna look at me like I'm crazy?
Well, they can't.
Banana. Do you ever slice up a see? Crazy.
That
guy.
is crazy.
I know.
I was
Don't
expecting something
knock
silly.
it until you try it. Get a Hawaiian pizza, put on some banana.
Really?
Okay. Slice it real thin. Wait till they're
It doesn't get all mushy?
no, because you're baking in the oven. I mean,
Yeah.
really thin. You don't want like a
Right.
chunk.
Okay, well now I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
The girls always do a barbecue chicken pizza. So they do this pizza dough and then they put barbecue,
Barbecue
sauce
sauce.
and then chicken.
That's
cheese.
really
We
good. I
like
do that
that.
too.
We like that. There's a whole bunch of different things which you can do whatever with this, but
Chick-fil-A
the pizza.
pizzas.
Chick-fil-A pizza? What's that?
Like the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh, the Chick-fil-A
Put
sauce.
this
We are
chicken nuggets
very
and
into
french
Chick-fil-A.
fries.
They are starting to know my car there, which is very sad during quarantine. Okay, sorry.
So this is our pizza, and we're gonna bake it for. It's real quick. What, like
Yeah,
8
8 minutes.
8 minutes, preheated at 450. We did 450. Or you did 425.
I did whatever the recipe said.
Well, then it's 450.
Perfect.
Here you are.
Okay.
Thanks. Got it?
I
That
got
would be
it.
terrible, though.
Okay.
Okay, so our pizza is done. Now, in my opinion, you should do pizza on the top rack, and I actually think we did it on. I'm sorry, you should do pizza on the bottom rack. Krista likes her cheese a little more overdone than I do, so it's kind of what you prefer. So if you like your cheese less cooked, do it on the bottom rack. If you like it more cooked, do it on the top rack. For joining us for another edition of Kate and Chris's Kitchen. Bye.
Bon appetit.